No idea.
Sweet though.
I'd put one of those shorter ones, you know, those waxy candles or a night light or something like that.
We've got to do it at this orientation.
Why?
Because that's what it's telling me.
Really?
So it says orientation is locked, rotate device back.
How
How
odd.
to do that? Weird.
They do you.
Hello, are we live already? We are live.
Are we live?
Everybody.
Oh my God, good job we weren't actually. And don't forget that if you put your mug down, signs, you need to carry around a mat with you because I know what you like. Yes.
Sorry, this is all going
terribly well.
For some reason we're on portrait mode. Hello, Julie.
Jules.
Good morning.
Good morning, my lovely.
We're here.
Jules, quickly, I sent you a message to see whether or not I could go and see Clint about the mannequins on Monday, straight from work, and I don't know if you've read it. It was in messages, normal messages.
Yes, we have.
So, just as an aside, nice to see you, by the way. So, happy Friday, everybody.
I'll put
Good morning.
On you because you'll be doing
Oh, okay.
We've
Hello.
got Simon with us today, Sexy Simon. It was his birthday yesterday.
I was 109.
You don't look a day over it either. It's
no,
amazing.
thank you for that. I'm
And
very
he
old.
didn't come in for his birthday presents yesterday, so I said, well, you can come down tomorrow and you can take part in the live.
She said I can pick whatever I'd like. I've got about 5 things on the list already, and they start at 500 and go up about 2,500.
Yeah, right.
So I'm on 4.
Wishful thinking.
Julie's saying she'll let him know.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, thanks, Jules. And Nick isn't with us today. He's manning the shop for me tomorrow morning because I've got to go for a physio appointment, and so he's working tomorrow. But I have phoned him and said, could he please watch us? And then he can remind me of all the things that I'm bound to forget. Absolutely. And Simon lives just up the road from the shop, and normally he pops in on a regular basis. But because of work and being away and one thing and another,
I had COVID.
Yeah,
A lot going on.
He hasn't been, well, that was about 2 weeks ago now. He hasn't been into the shop for ages. So it's good because he'll be coming in with fresh eyes. And as soon as he came to the door, he said, oh, I like that. I like that. Oh, I like that. So I thought if we walk round, we can basically let Simon do all the sort of the talking. We have got a special offer, which we'll tell you about at the end. And yeah, it's been a busy time. No, yesterday I was beside myself. It was cold. It didn't actually rain until the last minute, but the day before, well, I was ready to top myself. I knew, weren't we?
I can't bear it. We've both got sad, I think.
Oh, God.
Well, we've got sad and we've got sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
we are sad.
I cannot cope with the British weather. It is driving me to distraction.
I know, and me.
Which is why I come here, because it's my sunny place.
But also, you have a soulmate in as much that you know I feel exactly the same.
We're exactly the same.
Yes.
I absolutely hate rain and I hate the dark. Sorry, yes, it's not very positive, is it? But
people moaning together.
On the thank you. On the positive side, I will say this place. What have I said to you before? I always walk away just feeling uplifted when I come here.
And broke.
And broke. Well, I've not been for a few weeks as well. That's another reason. But no, it's a great place for making you feel better.
Well, there you go. We have a very nice little hub here. We do get an awful lot of people coming in. It sort of seems like it's a bit of a meeting place, and you know, the coffee's always on, and people come in. Yeah.
Sorry.
We have to be together.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to go that way.
Because we're on portrait for some reason. It's weird, that is, isn't it? So on Sunday, last Sunday, I drove up to Preston and picked up a horse, which I will show you and talk to you about in a moment. Long way to go, but it was very enjoyable. We stopped off and had a fabulous lunch halfway up, make it all worthwhile.
Could you have galloped it back?
Well, that would have been nice.
It wasn't a real horse.
No, but it's. I haven't put it on the system yet because I'm doing some research on it. But I love it, so I'll show you that in a minute. And then on Wednesday, I drove down to Frome and I went to meet Carl at Frome Reclamation. Amazing place, and the only thing that was tragic was that it was stair rodding. It was rain, and so all of the outside reclamation I couldn't go and do just because it was just too wet. But we had a jolly good chat with him and a wander around. Really nice guy, very funny, so well informed about everything. And if you want to go and find fantastic old reclamation, that is the place to go in
I
through.
love a reclamation yard.
Oh my God, I was
They're
in my
fabulous, aren't they?
element.
Mm.
So I will be putting some stuff on YouTube. I want my sister to splice together some videos and things that I took. I also went somewhere else that made me extremely emotional. Can't talk about it at the moment, but I will put some videos on about that as well.
Saying good morning, all.
Nikki?
Good morning, Nick.
Yes, morning. Oh, my Nick. Yeah, oh, morning, Nick. Good job you're there.
Nick,
Good
I've
job.
taken over. Your job doesn't exist anymore. I'm the new Nick. In my dreams, I want to be the new Nick. Nick is obviously a right-hand man. Mm-hmm. I could only aspire to such greatness.
Well, yes, he's going to be missed today, but we've got a full-on day tomorrow and moving loads of furniture around and sorting out the special offer, which we'll come back to. So, shall we just have a wander?
Yes.
So,
please.
what did you see as soon as you came in through the door and you went, I like that?
Well, I don't want to point to it because I want it now, so I don't want anyone else to come in and get it. Let me find something I didn't like, and I'll point to that. Oh, this over here I love. Well, I do like this little horse, which I might have to have. I really like that.
You have a thing about horses, don't you?
Yeah, I was just saying, it's really weird. I've got a thing about two things. I love yachts. And I love horses. I've not been on a yacht and I've not been on a horse, but I just love the look of them and the grace of them and the shape of them. It's weird.
That's because you want to dress up in long thigh-length boots and white trousers and things, isn't it?
Early in the day for that. I can accommodate that later.
You look good on a horse.
Nick is saying happy birthday, Simon.
Oh, bless you. Thank you, Nick. That's very sweet.
I feel like we're having to be really close. Don't move away. It's just that. It's just that. It's just that we're on portrait instead of landscape, so you have to stand fairly close. That's
So I like that.
Right.
I really like this little binding thing.
Show people what's in this.
Well, you hold my coffee because I know you're terrified I'm going to mark things. I mean, this is really cute. I've seen this online before, but you open it and you've got a little secret compartment that you can climb into. You are so small.
Yes, that's one of those little pistols that the old-fashioned ladies just keep in their crinolines.
Why would they have had that though?
It's for photographs. It's photographs.
Is it really?
Yes, and so you slide your photographs in and they go into the middle. But how much is that, Simon? It's on for...
no one can afford it. Only I can afford it. It's $32.95.
Yeah, and I think that would be a lovely little thing on a coffee table, don't you?
It's gorgeous.
A bit of objet
d'art. It really is lovely.
So
really unusual. Where did you get that? Was that France?
I got that in Lille, in France. Yes, in that giant flea market where they closed off the entire town.
Really interesting.
Which was very, very interesting. It's been a lot of travelling this month and a lot of buying. Need the selling now to step up, but anyway, we'll get there. So the other thing I bought when I was away at the weekend is that big tray. What do you think of that, Simon?
Yes, I was looking at this. I couldn't work out how it's papier-mâché.
It is.
We say papier, don't we?
Yes.
It looks too smooth to be papier-mâché.
But it is.
I think of papier-mâché being rough.
That's because you used to make them at school on an old balloon and try and make a face and put wool on it for hair and make a big nose.
That's how I look these days. My face, now I'm getting older, my face is papier-mâché, basically. But it looks so smooth, doesn't it?
Yes, but it's got those three little bits of mother of pearl that really catch the light.
You don't appreciate that until you
see it.
Yeah.
The photographs didn't do it justice, and it's on for
gorgeous.
145, and it's a really beautiful big antique tray, and I just absolutely love it.
How is it so smooth?
I don't know, Simon. I just don't know. Maybe they do something where they sand it.
Are you sure it's papier-mâché?
Yes, I'm positive.
Like wood, or...
No, it is. And then we've got this dear little punch jug. That one is beautifully intact, and that one has gone on for $44.95. It's a Coalport jug punch, and if you check them out on eBay, that's a bargain. So if someone wants
it does look like me, my lovely humongous nose.
What do you think about the decoupage fire screen?
Well, as you know, I'm very neutral, so
yes.
This wouldn't fit into my place, but it is. It's classic.
It is. It's rather nice, isn't it?
It looks very old.
I think it's been around a fair old while.
Yeah.
And
it's got some age, isn't it?
Yeah, I just really quite liked it. And if you do need to put it in front of a fireplace just in the summer, I think that's rather nice.
It's like a stage prop, isn't it?
It is really. It could have been, I suppose.
It's really
could have been.
What else have I spotted?
Right.
Oh my gosh, this. I love this.
Oh, the yellow. Shall I just get that out just to show people?
It's another example that you can see something on your Insta and you don't get the full beauty until you see it in person.
No. I think that is fab.
Stunning.
you want to turn the label over so people can see how much it is?
How much is it? I'm terrified to ask.
£85.
That's really good, actually.
And it's all hand painted,
It's
and
got
it's
little
got cherubs and bows and arrows
Oh,
and
it's just stunning.
lovely sort of urns, and the colour scheme I think is fantastic.
I love it. I love that yellow.
On the middle of a kitchen table somewhere.
Oh, that's another thing I want.
What? Kitchen table.
Yes, I love it.
Or this.
You get paid for another week. It's very frustrating.
We'll have to do.
Dangling all these beauties.
We'll have to do terms for you, Symes.
That is. I know you've had these before.
Yes.
I think that's one of the best you've had.
The peacock.
Yeah, because you've got these extra birds.
You've got the love doves.
It's gorgeous.
Yes. And what do you think of my painted chair that we
Love
did?
it. I was following that when you were doing it on socials, and I love it.
You might want to come in close to this, Ginge, because
Really
it
lovely.
started to do its thing, which is the cracking, which is what I want it to do, and what will happen, so that it will become more and more crackled, and it will look like old leather. And I'm delighted to say that it's working. People are coming in and just sitting down in this and settling down and having a coffee and having a chat.
Are you finding it as comfortable now it's painted? Does it feel as comfortable to you as it did before? Right.
Yes, absolutely. And I love sitting in it myself because it supports my shoulders and I can do all my hashtags. So our old chair, which I used to keep here for customers, is now redundant. And if anybody wants to buy that, that can be about £60. Well, we'll find you another chair.
Are you definitely not selling that one?
No, I will sell anything, Symes, including you if necessary. So, you know.
Don't hang around too long. She puts a tag on you, basically.
What do you think of the swan in the
Yes,
frame?
very, very nice.
As a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Bit of nonsense.
And actually, that frame looks lovely around it, doesn't it?
On Wednesday evening, I was very lucky and I got treated and I was taken to the Newt in Somerset. Most posh, expensive hotel. It was absolutely fantastic. And it was all very classic, beautiful, but they had stuffed animals in and around the walls.
Dead animals?
No, they were made out of fabric, but they were definitely rhinos or lions' heads, but they were made out of sort of patchwork type fabric. They were lovely, and I thought to myself, we're sort of on trend because we've got our swan in that lovely big old
Wizard
friend.
of Oz line, something. Oh my, what is it from that film? Something. They go through different creatures.
Oh, do they? No idea.
Something from my youth.
What do you think of the train?
Yeah, lovely, really lovely. If I had a little boy, a little kid, I'd get that for them.
Well, you are a little boy and you're a little kid, so you'd be all right.
I'm quite childlike in my taste, but I love that. Well, actually, I'm being sexy. A little girl could have that equally.
Yes, it's a classic, isn't it? It's a real classic.
How old is that?
It's pretty old, yes. I don't know exactly. It says 1930 to 1937, so I do know.
That.
We looked it up.
And what's that sheep?
Well, the sheep thing, this was funny. I was at an auction and there was a box full of bits, and in it was this sheep, and I wanted the sheep. That's all I wanted out of the box. So I bought the box, and then there were all sorts of things in there that were pure delight, but I particularally love this little sheep, and I haven't put him on the system yet.
Looks like Harry, my little dog.
He does a bit, actually, doesn't he?
He looks
Harry
quite
the sheep.
sheepish. Yes.
So should we go down and see? Oh, let me just show you the horse first. So
yes,
look at this.
This came from Preston.
This came from Preston. It's German in origin, we think. We've got to do a little bit of repair work on a nut down here, which Nick will do. But in terms of restoration, I'm not touching it. I'm not going to do anything to the broken leather. It's made from sawdust and old sacking.
Part of the joy of it, isn't it?
It is. It's got the look, and it's got a lovely sort of rocking movement to it. I love the frame, which is an unusual frame. Apparently, that's what makes it appear quite German.
I love the colour of it as well. That kind of natural.
And I love the shape of the head. So although most people would look at it and go, what? It's perfect to me. It's absolutely perfect.
How much is that?
People wouldn't drive 300 miles to get it.
Most people probably wouldn't.
It's a long way.
Well, we made it as a bit of a trip out, so it was a fun day, long way, but it was fun. And
did they say to you, "Oh, you're a grackle, you don't come around these parts"? And they would talk like that, would they?
No, they didn't really. That was more like Cornish or something.
Call something. Swedish.
So I haven't put this onto the system yet, but it will be going on hopefully towards the end of next week.
What do you think?
Don't really know. I'm waiting for Philip from the auction house to come and have a look at it, and I've got another rocking horse expert doing some work to sort of find out about it for me. But when I find things like this, I'm always delighted.
These two over here, I
Yeah.
saw those on Insta. They're
What,
very
those
nice,
lamps?
but until you see them, they're actually really lovely, chunky.
They are, aren't
They're
they?
a good size, aren't they?
They are a good
They're
size.
wood and
Obviously,
metal.
they're contemporary, but I really like
No,
them.
I love the shape of those.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So,
Love this.
yes, I love that too.
Did you gift wrap this for my birthday? You did say.
Well, you did say how
Actually,
sweet of you to give me the console table.
Again, it's another thing when you see it in person.
It's way better than it looks in the pictures, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
And that's on for 155, and it just literally screws to the wall with 2 screws up
Gosh,
underneath.
I love that.
And it's just a beautifully classic thing for a plant or a lamp. This is the beautiful real orchid that Sophie, our work experience girl, gave me for my birthday, which was very sweet of her.
Too many nice things.
So, I may as well just mention about the offer. We have the code this week of YT1520. And that's because everything that's going to be outside on our pavements today and tomorrow will be 15 or 20% off. So it's just for today and tomorrow. There's lots of gardening type stuff, but we will also be putting furniture, bits of furniture in. So this cat chateau will go in there. Cat chateau because you've got this little hole here, the cushion in the bottom. And let's hope it didn't.
Yeah.
So this actually does open. Look at that little place in there, Pats. You're too big to go in there, sweetheart, aren't you? But there's a cushion in there for the cat, so this could be outside. And I left this bit open because I thought you could put a nice plant in there, or you could put your wine bottles or milk bottles or whatever.
It's lovely.
But I thought that was quite cute. So that will be subject to one of the discounts.
Really nice.
There'll
I
be
love this.
other bits and pieces. Yeah, I went a bit parrot crazy the other day.
Again, it's another thing that I saw online and thought, nice, but you've got to see these things in person. You've got to come in the shop. Basically.
And this one has got a gold lining to the inside. So when it's switched on, it looks really glowy.
Because you've got
beautiful.
the orange one over there, and you've got that.
I've got a black one and an orange one.
Online, I was kind of like, God, I love that orange parrot. But now seeing that, I love that gold inlay. So
yes.
What do you do?
What do you do? And what do you think about this?
Really
this
lovely.
Nice.
Yeah, really sort of classic looking old French style clock, isn't it?
And what do you think about this, Simons? I know that
I do love that.
Love kitchen-y type things,
online.
don't you?
Well, I do. As someone who doesn't eat meat, I kind of struggle with the whole butcher's block looking. I love the look.
Kitchen work surface.
Yeah, but this is lovely because it's clearly not an old sort of. It's got that look, but it. You know, you don't have to go and buy an old butcher's block, which has had butchery on it for 100 years.
I couldn't buy one of those. They do something to my soul.
But actually, when you see it in this style, where it's replicated, it's just
And the lovely thing with these, I won't put it because there's stuff on it, but these 2 boards lift up, so you can cut and veg prep on it, and then you can take the boards to the sink and wash them. You can keep all your sharp knives and axes and things like that, not axes, choppers, in the top here, so you don't lose them.
Isn't it?
And this space here is obviously where you can put your baskets.
Wouldn't that be a great
Look at those lovely
You'd
big...
have that as a centrepiece in the kitchen, or against the wall, I suppose. But
look at those lovely big heavy industrial wheels and these lovely big industrial corners.
I love that.
It's really good. And from a value point of view, this is on for $585. Check it out online, people. Look at this sort of thing and see how much more expensive they are. Complete contrast. What do you think of the Victorian birdcage?
Yeah, gorgeous.
If you got one of those faux birds in there, wouldn't that
I think we
look
both
pretty?
got the same view. I'd put a fake bird in there. The idea of something in it would worry me, but I think it looks lovely.
Oh, as a
birdcage,
really
fashionable.
It would be horrific.
So was that a real bird? I mean, like, that's an old birdcage,
that's
not a restoration.
really, it's a Victorian one. This one, our lovely Sophie, who is so artistic.
She's clever.
I've painted this and done the gold work on it, and I said to Soph, right, come on, darling, do your thing. So she's done her first bit of the basic artwork, which is going to be birds and flowers and tree trunks and blossoms, and she's done the first bit, and then she's hopefully coming back in on Saturday, and she'll be working on this to
She has got a real talent, hasn't she? You can just see the way she's done that. She's got a real...
She is. And we sold her mannequin at the weekend, and the lady actually wanted it signed as an original piece of art.
That's great. What a compliment.
So, yeah.
That's fab. I can't believe this is still here.
No, I'm surprised.
And I'm very pleased it is. I would like to get that one day.
I know. It's lovely, isn't it? And the price on this lovely big heavy chunk bunks piece of gorgeousness is $595. And
I shouldn't be highlighting it because I want it.
People can always come in and talk to me about things. What do you think about simple crucifixes?
Well,
or crucifix eye?
I did see that online. I think I thought,
Yeah.
my gosh, Fifi's found God, and I was a little bit horrified for a moment. So I wasn't sure how that would change you. Nothing wrong with finding God, but well, it wouldn't be my thing. But I accept
Wait,
it's quite fashionable. It's quite fashionable now, isn't it? You know, the whole religious iconography, can't say that. Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. I can't believe you've got rid of one of these now. So you've got one left.
I've got one left, and a lady came in yesterday, and she was oohing and ahhing about it and taking photographs, and she's going away to talk about it with her husband. So who knows?
And actually, and seeing one on its own, it really works on its own.
It does. It looks
I
lovely,
kind of got in my head you had to have the two, but you don't at all. Love this. I really wanted to see this. I've looked at this online.
Isn't it fab?
And I really, really wanted to see it. Oh, I love it.
I absolutely adore it. When Nick comes in tomorrow, this is going to be swapped with the table that's in the main room up there. And this will be greeting you as you come in, and we'll put the orchid on it, and it's just heaven.
Lovely.
And this guy was the most unassuming chap. And he said, yeah, he said, I paint them. He said, I mix my own paint and I paint them up. And I said, well, it's amazing. I said, it really does look so old. He said, well, it's about 10 minutes old, relatively speaking. Because he just doesn't to look really old, but he's done such a beautiful job of it. And when this is standing up, you can have it in the corner of a room, and it's just a really beautiful thing. So I really love that. And this beautiful table.
Legs, so it would go indoors.
Yeah. It's not metal. This is all wood. Heavy carved wood.
What, the legs are wood?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I thought they were wrought iron.
No. And that's on for £499. Yes, it tilts.
Tips up.
So you can stand it in the corner, and it takes up very little room, but it's just a beautiful thing. This is quite nice. This is a contemporary chair, but has the look of an old chair. This is on for 115. It's in really good, tidy, clean condition. It's extremely comfortable. Make a very nice bedroom chair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I really love the colour, and it's just classic.
It is. So then we have our next horse.
You love horses.
I do. I like horses and yachts, which is probably why you come in.
Well, we get on so well. Should we get married?
Look, I've got my long boots on today.
Should we get married? Oh my God, it's official.
Imagine the house.
But do you know she didn't say yes? She didn't exactly grab the opportunity. She was like very much, she ignored it basically.
But we would have a fabulous house. We would. It would be great. It'd be marvellous.
And I'd get all your money.
Yeah. You'd be so seriously broke, it would be untrue. You could inherit all my debt. How about that?
Let's call the whole thing off.
So this one's on for £94.95. It's got a really lovely smooth rocking movement.
Beautiful.
I think that a clever granddad could put a nice leather sort of patch over that. There was a horrible bit of silk material that somebody had put on. It was just vile, so we took that off. But really it could do with somebody putting a nice leather patch on that, maybe stuffing a little bit to make it a little bit more comfy. But I think that would be a lovely little project for a granddad, for a grandson.
And again, I've said it a few times, you've got to come in and see this stuff.
Yes.
It looks better in person. And I don't know what that is. What is that about seeing things online and seeing things in person?
I don't really know. I don't know. But
reality thing.
Yes.
But certain things, and there is also a thing, I've heard a friend of mine said this to me, once you touch something, you've got to have it.
You're emotionally invested.
Yeah, exactly. And once you come in and touch out and rock it, you'll want it.
Touch me.
Well, you've already rejected my marriage proposal, so no.
Right, let's find Paddy's lead. And then we can show you some of the things that are out on the pavement today. Obviously, if the weather stays nice, we can add to that. I can't go lifting things that are too heavy at the moment because I've got this dodgy shoulder, which is being attended to.
That's strange. I've done the same.
Have you?
Yeah, in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, well, my
Perfect.
treatment's working on it, but I'm still being a bit careful about lifting, so I'm going to have to put most of the big stuff out tomorrow. But if anybody wants to come in and check out the old code, I can tell them what's included. Morning! So, your 1520 code will apply to all the garden furniture. This one's currently on for £285. That will have 20% off. This will probably have 20% off.
I love this colour.
These will have 20% off. It's lovely, and actually, because these have got the arms on them, they're extremely comfortable. Do you like my little trestle tables? Not trestle tables.
I was thinking you've got a bit trestle table crazy, haven't you?
I have.
They look
not
good.
Trestles, they're pedestal tables, aren't they pretty? And do you like the shells in the
very
two
nice.
glasses?
Do they come with those glasses? No, they're pure decoration.
But you can buy the shells separately.
You had them in a basket, didn't you?
Did.
Oh, yeah, so you can buy that as a collection.
So I just split them into that to show people how they can look so beautiful. If you had a big, spectacular bathroom, wouldn't they look lovely on the side of a dress or on either side?
That look great?
Looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So then we've got everything that's out here is subject to the 15 or 20% off. So this lovely French-looking table, the buckets, this little bistro set, the star, this very heavy, robust garden bench, which can be a table or a bench, the garden mirrors, the outside bits, the compass, and we've got the 2 beautiful little metal urns, which are so pretty. They've got a special name, and I can never remember what the bloody name is. My brain is completely shot. You don't know what it is either.
I'm very old now. As of yesterday, getting even older.
So
it's good. So I mean, what do people say about getting garden stuff now? I mean, what's your view on that?
This is the thing. It's the end of the season.
Yeah.
So what doesn't sell this weekend is going to go down into the cellar, never to be seen again, probably.
Never to be seen again.
Never, ever come out again.
How many
probably.
people have gone down that cellar and never been seen
quite
again?
A few men down there who have been down there for many years.
I'm not a bit surprised.
And women, but mainly men.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm going to do this flash sale this weekend, today and tomorrow, is to try now to save stuff going down into the cellar. So it is a good time to come in and buy it.
But fingers crossed, because you know how you and I rely on a bit of sunshine. If we get some winter sunshine, you can sit at that and have a really nice.
Yeah, and this little one here that's on top of the table would be so lovely on a balcony or something. And we've only got to get that week of the Indian sunshine, which we are praying for.
I need a week of that.
So do I.
I need a week of that.
And we could have some good use out of it. So it's a good time to come and get it.
Oh gosh, I need that.
So that was a bit of a quick snapshot round of bits and pieces.
Looking fab, Fee.
Good.
I've not been here for ages, but you've still got it.
Thank you. I'm pleased that you approve of it.
No, it's lovely.
And
I just need a bank account.
Yes, and the big Pantechnicon just to take everything up the road. So do come in and see us this weekend if you possibly can. Remember the code YT1520. And we look forward to seeing you. And I will be putting some, if I can get my sister to splice all these videos together that I've taken, the photographs, that will go onto YouTube. Worth a look. And hopefully I'm going to have some new stock by early next week. Stuff that I've bid on, I'm hoping will come in. And
if anyone buys anything that I've pointed out today, there's a contract out on you, basically. You will be wrestled to the ground. Please don't buy what I want.
Might be fun.
Yes, no. Fee's like, so don't say that. I need to sell things. So you can buy the things I like.
So I guess we'll make you some coffee and give you a present from yesterday.
Oh,
and
bless you.
we will see you next week. Was there anything else we needed to say?
No,
No?
certainly our collection of out-of-date first aid kits to send to Ukraine. If anybody has any, you can drop them at the shop. Thank you very much.
And can I just say that Paddy has been exemplary today, haven't you,
good
Paddy?
Boy.
You are such a
he sits
good
beautifully,
boy.
doesn't he?
He sits beautifully.
Somebody's trained him very well,
model
Ginny.
dog. He's just wonderful.
Lovely?
Would you like a treat now? Would you like a treat?
He's like that. His master's voice
yes.
dog, isn't he?
He's just gorgeous. I love him.
He's got a lovely
bits.
face.
He's so sweet.
Aww.
So have a happy week, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, nice to be here.
Bye.
Take care.
Comment. It will help the channel to grow, and we'll see you next week.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Do you want to